So, here we go. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my Shai review. Well, this class has been out for now almost 1 month, I think. And, well, the first full support class that is available for PvE, PvP. No, probably not the best PvP, but at least she's giving a good group fight for her abilities that she has right now. We have Shai gear right here. Of course, full DP, because full AP is not really the way to go with her. And she has a lot of support abilities that I will go through right now. Well, to start off things, we have the pre-awakened skill tree with her Florang. And we will just start with what we have, the swing, which is the basic attack. Do not use it in PvP, it's just WP recovery and not that much of a threatening move. Same goes for the normal evasion, doesn't have any protection or something. The other evasion, move is hop. Is an iframe every 3 seconds, and you can mix it up with tuck and roll, while hop can be done in any single direction, whilst tuck and roll can only be done in the forward animation, but you can choose between those two every single time. And you have this hop move is an iframe, tuck and roll is super armor unfortunately, but still is good, while hop giving movement speed buff, and tuck and roll is given an attack speed buff. The attack speed buff is definitely noticeable because it gives 20% of it. So also this is the basic movement that you do with the Shai. It's very easy. You do forward shift, left click, forward shift, left click. This is the basic move that you do with the Shai to get forward into the battles. You can also mix it up with the tuck and roll so that you get the attack speed buff going on, and get straight into the match or just into combat, wherever you do. Go away is the first CC move of the Shai, pressed by F, and it's, I don't know, do not skill it, honestly. It's just, it's a float, so it's a basic CC move that you only use if you want to CC someone that is near or close to you, and you definitely have to need some CC in the range. What do we have? We have Play Dead. This is an iframe for the first 2 seconds when she's falling down, and has a 10-minute cooldown, so honestly, I've never used it in combat. And also, when you are in a group fight, it's not that good, because as soon as you start dying, I mean, you're dead, and from that second where you stop falling, you're vulnerable again, and, well, it doesn't really matter. And of course, it can be good if you are a guild leader or something, because you can place the guild TP somewhere and just be dead for that second. Or you can just fake your death, of course, but that is not that useful, because as soon as your rest of the team dies, I mean, you're on your own as a Shai, and on your own as a Shai, you can't do shit, honestly. So, I don't know, this is not very useful, Play Dead, but it is a move, it exists. Out of My Way is the first buff for yourself and your teammates. Is super armor, and it can be pressed with spacebar, but for that you need these 3 Florence leaves. And to get them, you have to do the regular skills with the Shai. Now you see I got 1 leaf, and we will just continue it. I will show you until I have them. Don't really have to hit people, I think. Let me just test it out. I do this. Yeah, you don't even have to hit people. You can just regular do skills with the Shai, but it must be in the pre-awaken, keep that in mind. Bit boring that I do it, now we have it. And as soon as you press spacebar, it doesn't even have to be a transition from a move. You can just regular press it, so that means you cannot jump, you will just do the the move right here. If you just press spacebar, and you get an AP buff of 10, which does also stack with the Do It Better buff from the Awakening. So you're getting 30 AP and 10 AP, and the special attack 5% damage for 30 seconds, which is definitely worth playing a Shai in a group fight. Let me continue. So we have Sprinkle Sparkle. This is a debuff move. I will probably skill it when I have enough skill points after I skilled all of this stuff here. It regenerates your mana points and reduces your enemy mana or SP, WP, whatever they have for a class. If you have it maxed out, you get 20% of MP back, and you will reduce the opponent's MP by 10%, which, I don't know, it's not that threatening at all, I think. I mean, 10%, you have to hit an opponent 10 times, and by that time, he already might be podding or whatever. So, it's very weak. Rarely use it or never use it, and it's not usable at all. Yeah, Twirl is the sideway move, which is also transitioning back into the pre-awakening. If you are in the awakening, you can use it, but it's of course unprotected, and it's not that useful. But in the end, it's you see a multi-hit, and sometimes it stagger people with it, so they're getting chunked in their own animation. But yeah, whatever. This is Twirl, and I would skill it when I have the skill points as well for that. 1, 2, 3 is yeah, I would just use it for the first hit after you do your hop. What's it called? The iframe. Basically, when you press it by walking forward and then press right click, you get a quick stiff on your opponent, like this. And also has, let me see the cooldown. Okay, 10 seconds, but when maxed out, it's at 5 seconds. So basically a quick cooldown. And you have to press forward, I just noticed. Like this. Let me test it if you can also do it backwards, but I don't think so. No, it doesn't work. It only works when you do the forward animation. And after tuck and roll. After tuck and roll, it works as well. So you can just use that for it. Okay, we have hop 3. And this is the first skill where I've put my my skill add-on on it. This is the forward guard, but it's, I think, the worst of the flooring skills because it goes in a cycle away and you cannot really focus your damage on one point. So the only way you can use it is to just get close and get the frontal guard off, and that's it. I've put on defense and evasion on it to get more survivability for the Shai. And one way, if you want to control the damage with it, you can use the mouse movement. It's still worse than the other moves that are coming below, but you can do it. It's very hard. I rarely succeeded with this. Yeah, you see, it's not that good because all the damage just goes in a cycle. But in large groups, if you're grinding with the Shai, it's definitely worth it because, yeah, well, large groups. It's not a solo focus move, it's just a group focus move at all. So, next would be Quick 2. It gives minus DP. Also, this one gives minus DP as well. This is, yeah, it's basically one move that focuses all the damage into one point. And you can just simply use it after the hop skill. So it's just shift forward and then backward right click, which is like this. Also, if you notice, I freeze the opponent because this is the funny thing about the Shai. I've put on attack speed plus 10% and I've put on freezing, which is only 6% for the possibility. But look at the hit counter, it's 39. It's 39 hits, and every single one of these hits could apply this freezing ability. And for me, it works very fine. I think it's almost every, well, 4 out of 5 times I CC the people with this move. For example, not like this, but if you see on my Rosa flooring, it has the ignorance on it, so it's the result of it. It's very high that you CC an opponent with that move. Also, it gives evasion. Oh, this is not the one. This is. It gives evasion plus 6% and reduces your opponent's movement speed by 5% for 10 seconds. Okay, next up we have Twirl Tree skilled to the max, which is the super armor move. Also gives minus DP 10% for 10 seconds. And this is also, I've put on stun on this move, so this is kinda of a CC move as well. Also quickly usable after the hop skill. Okay, it's not quickly usable, sorry for that. But it gives the stun almost every time, and you also reduce, at least I've put on the skill add-on for it to reduce the MP for it. I mean 30, minus 30 MP with 40 hits with it. If you calculate it, it's 1200 minus if you hit all the hits, and it's also kinda in a zone where you hit it, so basically you should reduce your opponent's whole MP if you hit it correctly. Like from, I think this range should hit. Yeah, like that range should definitely erase all of your MP. And, well, it's kind of annoying if you fight against a Shai. Okay, next up, Eat This. This is the skill that I'm currently trying to max out. And this is the projectile move. It has also a lot of range. It's quickly usable after your hop tree again. Like, I think hop tree is the most consistent skill to use all the cancels with Shai. I think from that range alone I can hit the guy that I'm pointing right now with my crosshair. So look this, I will press forward shift and then into the left and right click. What's it called? The Eat This move. So it has a lot of range. That didn't see him, unfortunately. Okay, hold on. Okay, I really need to test it out right now. I'm pretty sure it has a lot of range. What the fuck? That's weird. Okay, let me test it out again. You know what? I know why. Because it's just in PvE, in PvP. Of course it doesn't stun in PvE, that's why it's basically standing right there. But you see, from that range where I've hit the NPC, it's from this range here, you can CC people. I CC'd like ninjas and kunos trying to get close to our group from this range. They got stunned, sorry, they got stunned over there. You can just run over there and do a little kick, or you can do another CC like the skill add-on ones that I have right now. So basically you just do this, you get close, and then do that, and it gets frozen. Like that. Yeah, well, now we're coming to the real buffs that the Shai can provide in her pre-awakening. The first one is Cheer Up, which can be used with E. I have it quick slotted just because it's also a good transitioning to go into pre-awakening. It gives HP recovery for all of your allies and yourself. So that would be the first skill to put on your group before going into a big group fight. Yeah, 200 HP every 5 seconds. It's basically like the Valk and the Zerka Q buff, but it is now applied for all of your people. Come Out is decent. It's not that good. Maybe it's... Well, you can uncloak ninjas and kunos with it, but that's all that you can do with it. It gives plus DP, plus 10. But in the end, not really worth, because you're not doing any damage or any debuffs. Excluding the minus DP debuff that you're giving all of your opponents. And it has super armor as well. Yeah, I don't know. Rarely use it. Then you have Get Well. This is basically the fast lighthouse like Witch and Wizard have. But unfortunately, it has a 1 minute 30-second cooldown, and I really wish that Pearl Abyss is decreasing the cooldown to like 1 minute or 40 seconds. And it doesn't even heal that much like the Wizard and Witch give, but it heals in a fast speed. Just quickly remove a lot of my accessoires to get low HP. See if I can manage that. So watch out. Okay, still not enough. So the animation goes like this. I will just quickly show you. And the HP will be filled up while in the middle of the animation, but in a very fast speed. You see, it goes 1, 2, 3 like that, and it's very nice. By the way, I didn't know. Did it just fill up my leaves? Oh, damn it. I don't know if it did completely, but if that's the case... Hold on, maybe it's... No, it does not... It does not apply it, but for some reason I think it just filled up one of my leaves, I think. But I have to check it in the video back again. But yeah, it fills up 700 per tick, and also fills up 2100 HP in general. And also this is your 200% Black Spirit Rage, and as you can see it fills up 500 per tick, but it has 10 ticks, so it fills up 5000 HP into one, in one skill. And it has super armor as well, but well, find someone who pushes your Shai into 200% Black Spirit Rage. I've never used the Black Spirit Rage move, by the way. Never came to it. I should test it out, how it works. But honestly, the normal skill is decent enough. But, well, now we get to the broken skill over here. It's 5-minute cooldown, so keep it for very, very, very nice situations. What it does, it's a very annoying move. What it does, it keeps your opponent locked in a circle, in an area around you, and really keeps him there. It debuffs him for 50, minus 50 on attack, casting, and movement speed for 2 seconds. But, well, as soon as he is in this area right here, like in the circle, he cannot move in any way. If it's a wizard trying to teleport out, he cannot teleport out. If it's a Zerker trying to get out with his giant leap, with his old will, whatever he has, cannot get out of it. Iframes will be blocked by this move. And this is the broken part of this move anyway. What it also does, it also blocks your people as well. So it's not, well, it annoys them as well. But I think it provides PA. Yeah, blocks attacks from outside the protective area for 5 seconds. I think it should block. I've never tested, but I'm pretty sure it gives a protective area to your opponents, to your teammates when they are in this bubble. I will quickly show how it looks like. It will be kept up for 5 seconds, as you can see. And, well, it provides a lot of protection and also a lot of gameplay that you can pretty much fuck up people's moves with it. Yeah, if we go underneath, these are the passive skills. I do not skill them because my Shai is level 60, and probably I will just push her up to 61 just by going to Miros and letting myself pushed up there because I'm too lazy to grind her up to level 61. Of course, leveling up Infinite Mastery for the maximum HP that you can get. And yeah, this is also up to you if you skilled Hunter for the grinding. Also, Rage Absorption is good for PvE, but not for PvP, because you're not doing damage at all. If you absorb your Black Spirit Rage, you're getting a critical hit rate for plus 50%. And also plus 100% if you absorb the 200%. But that's up to you if you do it. Okay. There we go with the Awakening buffs, but it's not an Awakening anymore. It's a talent weapon. So this is why if you open up your equipment, it says talent. And also if you use, if you look on your Athena Soul, it's an Awakening weapon that has talent as an AP counter. So you're also, by the way, if you look at the bonus levels, you're getting AP bonus from your pre-awakening if you have enough, and you're getting talent bonus if you have more AP. So stacking AP in PvE or PvP, for example, is not that bad because it still provides buff towards your abilities from the Arcana Soul. By the way, if you buff your Arcana Soul or you upgrade it, your talent item effect will increase. As you can see, Misty Haze will increase, Delusive Light will increase, and Sun, Moon, Stars will also increase in percentage. So, talking about it, we will just start with Awakening skills now. Yeah, Talon Melody of Light. This is basically the move that you go into it. Unfortunately, it does not have any C transition, any C swap block like the other Awakenings have. Would be nice if they put it into like the forward C swap animation, but it does not have any frontal guard. Next one would be Do It Better. I would say this is the Awakening buff because it has a 3-minute cooldown. This is the AP buff that I mentioned earlier with this jump animation. What's it called? It was here the Out of My Way. So this gives plus 30 AP for you and your friends, and also special attack damage plus 5% for 30 seconds. And this is where the good part is. This buff can be stacked with all the other AP buffs. Like, for example, this Do It Better, or sorry, Out of My Way. This is a general AP buff, but this Do It Better buff is a known buff at itself. Like you can stack it with a Sorc AP buff, you can stack it with the Wizard Awakening buff, for example, because this applies as an own buff. I will just quickly show you. It has super armor and it will provide the AP buff, and this is the logo how it looks like. And yeah, it stacks. It fucking stacks, and this is what's good about it. Tuning is the passive skill. It automatically activates as soon as you're idle with your Shai. For example, I now didn't press anything, it just goes into it and will regenerate HP and your MP, and also will regenerate your allies' MP and HP. Okay, these two are the debuff skills for your opponents, Misty Haze and Delusive Light. Misty Haze, I should probably... I will definitely push this up to the max. This is the one that reduces your opponent's DP and evasion. As you can see, all evasion rate minus 10% and all DP decrease minus 10% for 20 seconds. So as soon as I press Q, you will get into your Guitar Hero mode and have super armor as well. So I can control my Shai right now. Would be nice from Pearl Abyss that they increase the movement speed with her, because you can not keep up with your opponents with it. But in the end, you can see these light bubbles going towards your opponents if I'm in the near of them. And it's also applied every 5 seconds, which is, I don't know. I wish they would decrease that 5 seconds to like 2.5 seconds, so the skill goes off even more. Because that's why the skill... That's why I don't really like the debuff skill, because it doesn't apply that much per second, per 5 seconds, sorry. Really would be nice if we see this skill to be applied even more times when the Shai is playing that. Good. The next one, Delusive Light, is the critical hit debuff. This is the first minus critical hit move in the game right now. And it gives, if you have it maxed out, minus 50% of critical hit rate for 20 seconds. And this is a very good debuff against classes that have a lot of critical hit rate. For example, Warriors and Dark Knights, and also Wizard skill getting influenced by it, and also Sorcs that are basically crit heavy based are having a lot of trouble with this move. If they eat it, their DPS getting reduced by a lot. Also, it decreases movement speed by 10% for 20 seconds. And this is also You also go into your guitar. It's basically the same animation, but with other light effects. And I can control it as well with my Shai. By the way, if you want to cancel this move, you have to press left click. And that's very clunky because you're unprotected with it. And I wish they really would insert something that you can cancel it correctly. By the way, I will show you quickly. You can also use the hop skill, but you will automatically go back into your guitar again. You can also use the roll, but you will always go back into it. Always go back into it. And after some certain time, if you don't press anything, I think it lasts for like 10 or 15 seconds, then your Shai will automatically stop playing the guitar. I will just show you. I'm not pressing anything. And yeah, there we go. It just stops automatically. So these two are the debuffs for your opponents. Now we're coming to the buffs for yourself and your teammates. And this is the tricky part. You can see I do only have skilled one of these 4 skills. That's because you can only choose one of these 4 skills to be maxed out. You can see if you have skilled this one, you cannot skill Summer Rain 3, Sun, Moon, Stars 3, or Time to Shine 3. So basically, I've chosen this skill over these 3, and these are already maxed out in general. You can unlearn this skill to max out one of these again, just to, that you want to, well, for example, grind or something like that. Well, let's start off Sun, Moon, Stars. This is your skill to buff yourself and your allies with attack speed and casting speed and also movement speed. And yet again, this is the best part about the Shai. Every single buff of these does not apply as a general buff. It is an own buff for yourself and your allies. So this one can be stacked with the Wizard and Witch, what's called the speed buff. This can be stacked. It's ridiculous. I'm also trying, I'm figuring out if I want really to skill this one out, because the second level gives 5% attack and casting speed, and this one gives 10% attack and casting speed. And if you stack it with the speed buff of the Witch and Wizard, it's just nuts. It's so insane that you can pull up, yeah, you can just pull up insane combos with it with other class. I'm sorry, I cannot do it right now. Let me show you. This is the buff icon right now. And as you can see, it lasts for 30 seconds. And if I use my my hop, I now have stacked myself with an attack speed buff of that, and with an attack speed buff of the Sun, Moon, Stars buff. And also it's the same range, as you can see. Also the same area where you get these bubbles from. And now I will test it. I've now applied that buff. So look how fast I'm going with the Shai right now. It's insane. These are the 2 buffs right now stacked up. So, well, I would really choose between those 2 in, yeah, in group fights. It's very helpful to either stack this or this. So, right now, Shout to the Sky 3. This is the one I've chosen so far. This one stacks your max HP by 1500 HP. So again, this one can be stacked with a max HP buff from your guild, for example, that gives 1000. And as long as you play it and wandering around with the Shai, you're also recovering HP for your opponents. Also in this light ray, yeah, you see, unfortunately I do not have any allies right now, but these light sparkles will go around and heal your opponents. And also if they get hit by it the first time, this buff will be applied, where you get a max HP of 1500. If you have it skilled at the second level, you will get 700. And also it's a cooldown thing, that if you have it maxed out, it will have a cooldown of 40 seconds every single time. And these one will have 50-second cooldown. So, Time to Shine is the 3rd buff. This one recovers Black Spirit Rage. And if you have it at the 2nd level, it will recover 0.3% every tick. Like, I mean, the Black Spirit buff, I will quickly show you. We'll just absorb it. It will regenerate every single second. Like now, you can also see Black Spirit Rage regeneration in default has 0.15% in general. So if you buff it now, or you can see I'm recovering to 0.3, like 0.5, 0. It's, yeah, it's that level right now. But if I apply the buff, you see it goes ham like crazy. It goes 0.4 to 0.5, and also the number changed as well, as you can see in the description. This one can be also applied to your allies, and that will push your Black Spirit Rage like crazy. Also allows you to do more plays in your group with Rage. So this is a must-have skill in my opinion, and you should definitely skill it out to at least level 2. The last one would be Summer Rain. This is the oh my god. The resistance buff. What the hell? What the fuck? Okay. This gives debuff resistance plus 30%, and if you have it maxed out, it will give 40%. So this will just turn you into a Q buff berserker. Like right now I am having a default resistance. Okay, this is my DP gear, so this is why I have a default resistance of 61, 71 and whatever. While yeah, AP class is having a lower resistance. But in the end, 40% resistance is broken, and you basically turn into God mode with it. But 20% is also good to have, and like I said, again, it is applied. Whoops, sorry. It is applied to yourself and your opponents. And also the same, it will go into this sparkle thing where these, if they reach your teammates, they're getting the buff in the end. Right, as you can see, I'm currently playing the flute. All these 4 buffs are be played with the flute, and you can transition into these skills if you just use the command for it, and you don't even have to go back into your default stance. As you can see, I can just go into all of these 4 skills just by pressing it, but it's not the same with the guitar skills. I have to cancel it if I want to go, for example, into the guitar skills. So this is now Shift Q, and I can just press Q and go into the other skill right now. But yeah, that are the buffs and debuffs for the Shai. And these are now the bongo skills, which can also be transitioned into each other. The first one is Forest Echo. This is, in my opinion, the best skill that the Shai has in the bongo skills, and also in the... Yeah, it's a great CC skill. It just basically opens up a big CC net around your opponents. Very annoying, and it consumes stamina as long as you use it. I will just press Shift F, you go into your bongo stance, and as long as you hold F, you continue playing it. It provides stiffness, and in my opinion, broken. Definitely broken. I mean, the area, what you can see right now, is not enough. It goes a little bit further than that at all. And also has a 7-second cooldown, so you can just use it afterwards again. The other two, like the Sun's Fury, does not consume stamina. It's one skill that gives debuffs. And you have Earth's Tremble, which provides a stun. And the stun has a very big range, by the way. I will just show you quickly. I think from that range alone I should hit him. Okay, not sorry. But like by this range should stun him. And again, you can change between the skills from the like the bongo skills from the Shai. So let me show you this stun. Yeah, that hit. That did hit. Like I said, this is the tricky part if you want to transition into the other bongo skills. Like, for example, I'm going into Shift right click right now, which is the Sun's Fury. Like this, I will just hold Shift F, go into this one. And as long as you hold F, you're now stuck into this. When I release F, you automatically... Oh my god, sorry, my tongue is very fucked up today. Sorry. If you stop pressing F, you will automatically stop playing the bongo. And if you hold F and Shift right click with it, while in this stance here, you will then go into your yeah, into this bongo move, for example. I'm holding Shift F again right now, so going back into the bongo skill with this move. Now I'm holding F, and I'm holding now Shift and right click, automatically going into Shift right click, and now I can hold Shift F again, like this. So by the way, let me just do it like this. So just that you can see how I provide these skills. So this is Shift F. Now I will just hold F. And when I hold Shift and hold right click, I will go automatically into that skill. I'm holding Shift left click, going into the next skill, holding Shift F, going back into that skill. As long as I'm holding F, I'm doing this and giving that CC net back. Yeah, well, by the way, the Shift F is very nice to go into your opponent and just stiff them all, giving your teammates a good opportunity to push in, for example. And what you can also do, if you're holding F, you can also press Shift and A or Shift and D and get into your hop in an iframe, a constant iframe. Well, so far, these are the Shai skills. I hope that helped you guys. And if you have any questions, you can of course ask them in the comments below. Or you can also watch my stream if you want to on twitch.tv/WhiteShadowXXL. I'm trying to stream every Node War that we do, like Thursday, Tuesday, Sunday, whatever we do. And, well, see ya there, or just leave a comment if you liked the video. And, well, see ya, bye-bye, and have a nice day.